Hey everybody, the Reesviral here, and welcome back to more of Rogue Galaxy. Okay, after the previous session, I actually decided to play a little bit longer, mostly because I wanted to know how close to the end of the game I was. Only downside to that is it wasn't exactly accurate because I mostly just focused on, you know, getting to the end of the game. I didn't fight anything, I ran from every battle. But I actually managed to beat the game in just over just over an hour, actually, is how long it took. It took 30 minutes to get to the save point. I did get lost a little bit. But the main reason I did that was for no reason other than I wanted to know just how hard, you know, the final boss was, because I could not remember for the life of me. And I've, like, multiple times over the course of this game, I've had people, you know, come in and say that the final boss of this game is ridiculously hard and, you know, I'll die multiple times, and I managed to get through the boss in one try. Literally the key to the final boss is patience and blocking. Hey, fun puns. How goes it? Yuvin is waiting for you. Awesome. But yeah, I didn't really struggle with any of the fights. There was one point with the final boss that I nearly died, and that's because I was blocking, but something, like, it didn't block the attack for some reason. It put me down to like 31 health, so that was the closest I got to dying. By the way, let's do this, and then we'll be on chapter 13.
Ah, here you all are. Very good.
Very good.
Combine your Dragellums, power from your hearts,
Awesome.
and fashion them into the ultimate sword. Are you ready?
I am indeed. Hell yeah.
Good. Then I shall begin.
But for this session, I'm mostly going to focus on factory stuff.
Anohama via Psychros, Hanam la Zeram, Lul Molzega Theo Roseth. O ye spirits connecting wind and sky and land, make these holy lights, born from noble souls, into one, and bestow upon us the ultimate unstoppable sword.
They make it sound like it's a really good sword. It's not that great. Looks badass. Oh wow.
Wow. So that is the Dragellum sword.
It is complete. This is the Sword of Souls, made from Dragellums. The sacred blade, Zeo Psychros. It may be able to defeat Mother. It is our last hope. Now, Jaster, take this sword and win back a future for our entire galaxy.
Zeo Psychros. What a beautiful sword.
Hell yeah. Got the sacred blade Zeo Psychros. Not bad. So if I speak with Yuvin now, what's he say? With Zeo Psychros, we have a chance at defeating Mother. But if something goes wrong, the entire galaxy will be enveloped in the everlasting darkness of death. I pray for your victory. I do too. Yeah, as I said to a friend, I managed to get through all the boss fights without any trouble, but when it comes to recording it, I can guarantee I'll probably die to just the dumbest shit. Now, I think what I'm going to do is make my way through Mother's Lair till I get to the first save point, and then I'll teleport out and start to do the factory stuff. Perfect heal. Pointless. Thankfully, Kasala took some damage because she's dumb as shit and doesn't know how to jump. Oh dear. Well, it's got to have a mystical name. Okay, blocking doesn't seem to work. Very nice. Yay! Oh wow, we got one max heal. Would have preferred a perfect heal. Wasn't there a chest? Yes, there was.
I'm counting on you, Ultimate Sword.
I'm counting on you, Ultimate Sword. That just sounded stupid. Okay. But I know for a fact getting through Mother's Lair in general is probably going to take a whole lot longer if I'm fighting everything. Cool thing is I got to see all the different enemies. All we go against here though are the bits. Does Starlink Venus kill them? Oh wow, it does.
Oh, we're done already?
Perfect. I've got a Stellar Crystal. They're very nice. I'm hoping I can finish all the factory stuff though. Which one? Xeocycros, or the one I'm currently using? Because Xeocycros is not as powerful as it might seem.
We're not on the wrong path, are we?
It's about... I don't remember how many. Like how much damage less it does than Earthshaker. There's only one sword better than Earthshaker at this moment in time. There are two better than Earthshaker in the entire game. One of them you have to beat the game to get access to. It's 265 power. It's weaker in most aspects. The only thing that it's better with is ice damage, wind damage, and electric damage. But yeah, nothing really comes close to Earthshaker. It's been my trusty sword for such a long time. Although when it does come to the boss fight with Mother, you do actually have to use Xeocycros.
Easy?
Oh man, I love that move.
Those guys were no challenge at all.
I'll actually fight properly when I come back later. At this moment in time, I'll just one-shot them, it's better.
Don't fall behind, okay?
Right, so I know this leads to a dead end. Oh, an Electroless. If I could just one-shot the enemies, that's perfect.
Here they come.
Magic Priests in 2 bits. Yeah. I only just wish that...
Let's keep going.
Oh, there we go, never mind. I was gonna say, I wish that Starlink Venus didn't use up so much AP. But I got a Tri-Charge, so that works out.
The battles are never ending.
Pretty much. This place is actually... Okay, we got 4 stealth pills. They're utterly useless at this point. So, whatever.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
Right, no, what I was gonna say was... This place is surprisingly lengthy. Oh no, going into it, I assume Mother's Lair would not be a very big dungeon. But, oh boy it is.
If we put our power together, we've gotta win.
Oh, nice. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah. There we go. It's a much better sword than the one he's currently using. There it is. I'm not entirely sure what the weapons made from the factory will be like. Whether they'll be good or not so great. I'm not entirely sure. I'm hoping they'll be pretty good. How did I get Earthshaker? Through synthesis. Essentially, when you start the game, you get a sword that looks just like this, called Desert Seeker, I think. And essentially you just synthesize that with more powerful weapons, and it makes like Desert Seeker 1, Desert Seeker 2, and then Earthshaker, eventually. It's one of the earliest... Oh god. Considering how powerful the weapon is, you can make it really early. I think you can make it as early as like chapter 8, or maybe even chapter 6. I don't quite remember. Come on. But as soon as I got the opportunity to make it, I was like, yes. But up until that point, I don't think I really did all that much synthesis. Mostly because I was under the impression it was more confusing than it actually is.
This route, bad choice. You think I'm
Oh, Christ, I really don't want to go against more of these bloody enemies. No, I want to go against more enemies I can just one-shot with an ability, and that I don't have to jump to attack. Hit them with a rock! Absolutely missed.
No big deal.
Oh great, I ran out of juice. These things do not get knocked down.
Grant peace to the souls of the
Although they are giving me try resurrections, which is nice, because that's basically just a full heal. I actually don't think that the first save point's all that far away. As soon as I start to go downwards, I'm heading towards the save point. There are only 3 of them in this area. Oh wait, no. There's 4.
Here they come.
Let's go.
Ah, shite. Red Baron. Yeah, I think there's 4. Probably to signify the beginning of Mother's Lair, the midpoint, the end point, and then there's 1 save right before the series of boss fights.
Let's keep going.
To be fair, while I had no troubles with the series of fights, I do think
No turning back.
it's kind of shitty for the final, essentially the final boss it's like 8 fights in a row, and if you lose on any of them, because it's one-on-one fights, which makes it even worse and even more dangerous, but if you lose on any one of them, you have to do all of them over again, because you don't get a chance to save, or anything in between. You don't even get a chance to heal up. So if you did badly in the fight with Mother, oof. She has a bow because her secondary weapon is a hatchet. So when she does melee attacks, and also she was jumping to just hit the enemy. I don't know, they don't seem to use the bow.
Here they come.
Or she doesn't seem to use the bow with enemies that you have to jump to strike. It's probably because with the bow you can't aim for a specific part of the body.
Don't cross our path.
So if she shot for the enemy, it would probably have just done a body shot, which would have been ineffective. Okay.
Don't fall behind, okay?
Oh, hey. Thing is, I don't actually know what half of these chests contain. Because with me just running past everything, I didn't really bother looking into stuff. I mostly was just going with the mentality of, I just want to finish the game.
Here they come.
Not for much reason other than I just wanted to see what all the fuss was about with the final boss.
Too easy.
And I must admit, wasn't as hard as I thought it would have been.
Like crazy.
I mean, if you don't block, the thing will kill you in 2 strikes. No doubt about it. But that's the thing, you just have to block everything. It took me probably about 10 minutes to actually get through.
Here they come.
Here they come.
Oh dear. It might have been 10 minutes or more. It took me a while. Jesus Christ. I really don't want Gisela to die.
I needed that.
But one of the best things about this chapter, so the final chapter of the game, every shop now has unlimited quantities of everything they stock. So that's one thing I want to do after.
If this keeps up, all the planets will be destroyed.
Is there anything? I highly doubt there's anything over there.
Here they come.
More bits. Ah, fook. Gisela's run out of stuff. Oh, never mind. I didn't realise that Jaster would be able to kill them. But yeah, after this I need to go to a few shops and buy
All right.
essentially 99 of a bunch of stuff. Like roses. Oh, that's a mimic.
Come on,
Fuck.
see if you can take us.
I didn't realise it was gonna be a mimic. Shit. Can't do anything yet. What am I doing? Right, Warrior God's Cry. Gisela. Ooh, luckily just has enough. And then Flash Sword. Oh nice, it got frozen. Perfect. God, we keep pushing it away, which is making this a pain in the ass. Ooh.
Jaster!
Can you just kill it, please? Hallelujah. Yes, we got a perfect heal. There's the save point. Right, so there we go. Didn't actually take that long to get here. I mean, it did take me an hour of non-stop fleeing. I mean, the difference between fleeing and fighting probably won't be all that much, if I had to say. Exchange points? Oh right, already killed that many. This is why you like my channel? I'm not entirely sure. What do you mean? I appreciate the kind words. But outside I don't really do much. Ah, okay. Yeah, I like to vary it up. I don't really like to limit myself to just new releases or anything like that. That would get boring real quick. Especially when there's so many good games from a from a forgotten time. Isn't there... Yes, there's a shop right around the corner from here. I may as well just go and see what they have. Right. So it begins. There's a few...
I'll take you on.
Magic Priest. Yeah, whatever. There's a few places on Mary Glen that I do want to check out.
Don't cross our path.
There's like the basement of the Queen's Palace. I don't think I can use that, no. Yeah, the basement of the basement of the Queen's Palace, there's a shop there that sells... I think it's like conductive liquid metal or something.
Be careful. I sense something strange.
Basically. I never really got on the Battle Royale craze. It's not a game that appeals to me. Probably a good thing, really, because then it would just turn into 90% of YouTube gaming. Alright.
Keep going.
Frentan. What a name. So what do they sell? Nothing really good. Huh. Well, that's kind of a waste. Oops. I don't know if I'm going to get 99 of everything. All things considered, because while I do have nearly 1.5 million, I'm not entirely sure if I will have enough money to get 99 of everything. Well, I may as well get those. Max heal, try heal. I used up shitloads of those. And that was one thing with the final boss that I used up a lot of heal potions. By the end of it, I was down to 7. I'm buying... Oh. I can only buy 25 of those in total. That kinda sucks. But it was mostly because with the final boss I didn't want to take any chances. It's like, any time I got hurt, regardless of how negligible the damage was, unless it was only like under 10 damage, then I didn't really bother. But aside from that, I would heal regardless of what damage I took,
If only they'd kept
just to be on the safe side. Nice, level 61 as well.
Don't fall behind,
Right.
okay?
So there's that. I think the only other place I want to go to... Actually, no. There's T. Arthur Forest. Because I'm pretty sure... the merchant there sells the Rose of Passion. And I need a shitload of those.
Those guys were no challenge at all.
Have I played any God Eater? I have, actually. I have both God Eater 1 and 2 on PC. I've just got to get around to doing a playthrough of them. To be fair, those games fall into the same category as... Tukaiden, where I want to cover them, but because they're games that are like Monster Hunter, I know that it might take some getting used to. Like, I'm not sure how grind heavy they are. I don't really want to be playing a game that I have to spend a lot of time off-screen, like gathering materials and stuff. Level cap for this game, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's probably 99. Like most games. Yeah, there he is. I'm certain he sells the roses. I really hope he does. Actually, I've got God Eater 1, 2, and 3. I'd completely forgot that the third one released. That was it last year? Late last year?
We're done already?
Yeah, the grind on Monster Hunter World is entirely different than Monster Hunter Freedom, though. The Monster Hunter Freedom grind is the worst kind of grind. In Monster Hunter World, when you grind for something, you'll probably get upwards of 5 of that thing. Whereas in Monster Hunter World, you'd be lucky... not Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter Freedom, you'd be lucky if you got one of that material. Oh, there we go, Rose. Perfect. The Rose of Passion. Thank God. What else? I might as well just get whatever I can. It's gonna take a while to just get rid of all of my money, so... And I don't really need it for anything, in particular. Mirror Unit... Divine Blessing. Oh, there we go. That recovers status effects on everybody, I think. So there's things I still need to develop. Right. Alright. Okay, so I've just bought some Rose of Passions. So now... Jupus especially... Oh, this is where I find out he doesn't have many. It's mostly just lucky clovers. Right. I need to watch out when it comes to crystal staffs and clovers, because those are things I still need to get from enemies. Unfortunately, I can't just buy those. It is a nostalgic game, but I don't know if I'd be able to play it and still have as much fun as when I first did, after playing Monster Hunter World. Just because you get used to how, you know, things work in Monster Hunter World, and they're completely different. I don't want to use up a lucky clover. Although, how many have I got? One. Huh. Nope. I'll just fill in everything else. There we are. No, this is actually filling in Jupiter's stuff. What the hell's that? It's like a... can't remember what it's called. Dark battery or something. There we go. I should actually check the... Oh. Okay. I'll need to find that from something. I mean, I'm not intending on 100% in the Revelation charts. I just want to get more of them filled in, essentially. Anybody else need a rose? There we go. Of what? Freedom Unite, or of Monster Hunter World? Right, so there's that. Does anybody else require... Oh, there we go. Advent of the Sun level 3. Kind of pointless, considering we don't have Jupus in the party, but whatever. What else is there? Yeah, she does actually need the rose for a few things. There we go, window. Freedom Unite. I enjoyed doing the game, to be honest. I think I enjoyed Monster Hunter World more, though. But only reason I enjoyed Monster Hunter World more is because it was a new game, and I played the game entirely blind. I wasn't super knowledgeable about it. And it was incredibly satisfying to just experience a game that looked that good. And like seeing like Raytheon or Rathian, whatever you want to call her. Like fully rendered. In like such good graphics. It was just... it blew me away. Oh, nice. You've been around for a while then. I appreciate it. Right, so we have 3 more slots open. How many of these do I have? 2. Perfect. I'm getting the feeling I probably can't buy a crystal staff from anywhere. I mean, I can't buy lucky clovers. What is it I wanted to look for? It was like the dark battery on it. That's a dark music box. And yeah, crystal staff you can only get from enemies. Unfortunately. We've already got those. Digo! Nebulodon egg. I'm almost certain that's something I can't buy either. Oh, that's the dark music box. Wait, so can I buy that from anywhere? I can't. Fuck. Oh, there we go. So attack up level 2. And then attack up level 3. I don't really want to get rid of the crystal staff, though. Trying to figure out what the hell it was called. Battery. Military grade battery? Oh, I can actually buy it. Maybe. Yeah, I can. From Mina. Inferno Vortex. I get the feeling I can't buy a Nebulodon egg. I'm almost certain I've looked it up before. Nebu. Oops. Would help if I could spell it. Yeah, you can't. Fa. I only have one. And both him and Digo need it. I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're the only two that do. Ah. Oh wow. Inferno Vortex. Jesus, there's so many Revelation stuff to fill in. And of course it requires a staff. Shoot. I don't know what the other thing is. What is that? A cyclonic pump. Alright, don't really use that much. Mermaid scales, I'm assuming, are also something you can't buy. Yep, damn it. That would have been nice if we could have. Oop. Oh, lightning level 3. Not bad. So what's that? Okay, we can't get those. That's a galactic compass. And we can get those from... basically from in Mother's lair, essentially. From the enemies that are in there. Shoot. So I still need to find Nebulodon eggs.
Here they come.
Oh, here we go. The Dark Condor might give me it. Maybe.
I knew we were gonna
Fuck.
win.
I was a bit too hopeful, I suppose. I just really, really thought maybe it would give me what I wanted. Okay, display equipment. Whoop. I've got so many prominent shields. Holy crap. Actually, instead of jumping in there, I might as well walk around. Then I'll actually fight stuff.
Pace up.
I just need to fight more of the bird enemies, because they're what drop the eggs. As for the mermaid scales, I'm not entirely sure.
Let's go.
More Dark Condors. Alright.
That was a cinch.
Fuck. Just give me everything but the Nebulodon egg. Alright, so I'm trying to think where I want to go. Oh wow, that's even earlier than Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter was playthrough 59, I think? Whereas Syndicate was one of the 30s, I think. I don't quite remember, to be honest. Alright, get rid of that. And that. I'm assuming I can't store. Yeah, as I thought. You do need it for the final boss, so it makes sense. Also, so many of these. So many prominent shields. Might as well check. Because I gave Digo a new armor set. I'm assuming it's probably one that already protects him from... Oh, it doesn't. Never mind. Might as well just give him that then. Anybody else? Nobody else is in something new, I don't think. Yeah, it'll do. Whatever. I'll just store the other stuff. Could sell them, but they're not really worth much. There's that. 2 prominent shields. Right. Is that everything? Oh, one thing I do want to buy a bunch of is the Brave Symbols. Or even just the Guardian Spheres. They'll be really useful for the final battles. Okay, Queen's Palace. Oh dear. Trying to think what would be quicker. No, just going up here, I think. Oh dear. Right. I just want to stop by quite a few of the different
I sense something strange.
item shops. Just to pick up stuff that I need for the factory. So after this I'll go over down. to, I'm assuming, probably the item shop. It wouldn't be the weapon
Don't we
shop.
have to hurry?
Not really. We have all the time in the world. One thing I will say though, once I've completed the game, I know that the ghost ship unlocks. I am not covering it though.
I needed some exercise anyway.
Mostly because it's a super long dungeon. And I just don't really fancy... Oh wow, ho-ho. It's a lot of money. Ho-ho, that's also a lot of money. Jesus. Chameleon particulate. Again, I don't really need 99 of everything, but... Conductive liquid metal, there we go. Stealth pills, don't really need. As for everything else... Don't know why I decided to buy them singularly. Relaxing aroma,